the Gypsy Band, played by the Vienna Philharmonic.
Your hand clings to my own, your heart sings with my own, you're mine, all mine alone, and forever to be one with me. Your step turning with mine, your lips burning with mine, beloved one, your life will forever be mine, mine alone.
The American baritone John Charles Thomas, in great form there, and some music from the Gypsy Band. By the way, I've been asked by lots of listeners where they can get records of this singer, and I'm glad to be able to tell them that there's one LP available. It's on the Rubini label, R-U-B-I-N-I. The number is GV910, and there are 16 numbers altogether on the record. A Dunleary listener, Mrs. Mary Wall, would like to hear something from Franz Lahar's The Merry Widow, and I've selected what I think is by far the best performance of the captivating waltz song that was ever recorded. The singer is Richard Tauber, for whom Lahar composed a number of his operettas. Beguiling charm of voice and style. You'll get that in full measure on this recording of the waltz song.
Klar ist wahr, du hast mich lieb. O kommet doch, o kommt ihr bald Sirenen, folgt den süßen Walztönen, wie sie singen und klingen, und tanzt doch mit, hebt eure Füßchen ein bisschen im Walzerschritt. O kommet doch, o kommt ihr bald Sirenen, zögert nicht das Fest zu krönen, seht, da steht ein Tänzer her, also bitte, bitte sehr, wie die Blumen im Lenzer blühen, in leuchtenden Farben erglühen, so erblühet in rosiger Glut, lockender Töne Blut, wenn die Geige so traurig erklingt und Musik sich den Reigen erzwingt, dann frisch aufzögert lieb, denn die Jugend sich spricht, mit der Tanz holder Füßchen fliegt. Gar oft hab ich gehört, dass Witwen 18 begehrt, in ihrem Gelde liegt ihre Welt. So hab ich immer gehört. Geiger hab mich lieb. All die Christen sagen, bitte hab mich lieb. Jeder Druck der Hände deutlich mir befriedigt. Sagt klar, nicht wahr, nicht wahr.
Richard Tauber at his very best there in the wall song from the Merry Widow. By the way, when he auditioned as a young man for a singing teacher, the teacher told his father that he had no voice and that it would be madness for him to embark on a singing career. But another teacher had a different view. He thought there were possibilities for Tauber as a lyric tenor singing Mozart. And after a period of training, Richard made his very successful operatic debut in Mozart's The Magic Flute, after which he starred for years in various operas and, of course, later on in the Lahar. Time for a motion, 6 Palace Street, Drogheda, County Louth, says in a letter. I wonder if you would take a song as sweet mystery of life for myself and my husband, Cynthia. Sure, I will. Goodbye now on Clay Street, and here it is on a fine full-war accordion sung by the stylish English lyric tenor West.
The longing, seeking, striving, waiting, yearning, a burning hope, the joy and idle fears and all. For it is love and love alone the world is seeking. And love alone that can repay. He's the answer, he's the end and all our living. For it is love alone that rules the love alone the world is seeking. For it is love and love alone that can repay. He's the answer, he's the end and all of living. For it is love alone that rules
Sister Jenna, Convent of the Good Shepherd, Waterford, says in a letter, would you please play a request for my mother, Mrs. Devine, Knockreader Road, Belfast. She is 91 and listens to your program every week. She'd like to hear the Holy City. Well, hear it she will. Goodbye now till next week, and here is the old favourite, sung with chorus on a fine up-to-date recording by the Welsh tenor Stuart Burrows.
Last night I lay a-sleeping, there came a dream so fair. I stood in old Jerusalem beside the temple there. I heard the children singing, and ever as they sang, methought the voice of angels from heaven in answer rang. Methought the voice of angels from heaven in answer rang.
My dream was changed, the streets no longer rang. Hushed were the glad hosannas, the little children sang. The sun grew dark with mystery, the morn was cold and chill, as the shadow of a cross arose upon a lonely hill, as the shadow of a cross arose upon a lonely hill.
Volume and Sweetness from Stuart Burroughs.
I've had a letter from James E. McAteer, 93 at the Coppice Wood Farm Acres, Palmerstown, Dublin, in which he says, "Some time ago you played a record of Danny Boy, sung by the Australian soprano Marjorie Lawrence, a most beautiful voice that I'd like to hear again." Well, here is Marjorie on a rare LP recording singing the old favourite Annie Laurie.
like you on the cold line is a full of fairy sea, and like wings in summer flying, her voice is low and sweet. Her voice is low and sweet, and she knows to me.
The Australian soprano Marjorie Lawrence in an expressive performance of Annie Laurie. At the height of her fame as an international opera and concert singer, she was stricken with polio, but this didn't end her singing career. She fought bravely against the affliction and eventually was able to resume her singing career, even to the extent of appearing in Wagner's opera Tristan and Isolde when she sang from a wheeled chair. A very brave lady indeed. I've had a letter from Mrs. Bridie O'Neill, Kilkenny City, in which she says it's the third time she has written asking for the song Marquita, which was very popular about 50 years or so ago. Well, it's third time lucky, because she's going to hear it now. I've also been asked for it by Alfred Barber, Parkmore House, Dillon's Cross, Cork, who'd like me to play the John McCormack recording. I remember myself hearing the song sung as a duet by the boxer Jack Doyle and his Mexican wife Movita when they toured the Irish provincial towns. And very nice it was. Jack had a pleasant tenor voice and Movita a sweet light soprano, plus any amount of glamour and showmanship. Goodbye now until next week, and here's John McCormack singing Marquita on a recording he made in 1924.
Finds me lonely and blue. My poor heart is broken. I want you, Marquita. I need you, Marquita. I do. Marquita, Marquita, in dreams I can see you, your sweet face with love all aglow. Your voice like soft music still echoes around me, as in the old days long ago. Marquita, Marquita, with you here, Marquita, then life once more joyful will be. The world is clear and lonely and sunless, Marquita,
A 1924 recording of John McCormack singing Marquita.
Time for another request. Seamus Shanley, Barrack Street, Bower, tells me he'd like to hear a very old violin favourite, Souvenir, by the Czech composer Franz Diffler. Diffler's Souvenir was played on that recording by Alfredo Campoli. It's the only music by the composer that I've ever heard, although he wrote lots more, including operettas and songs. More prolific still was the Italian composer Giuseppe Giordani, who was born in 1753 and composed operas, ballets, church music, concertos, and other music. But he's remembered today by just one love song, Caro mio ben. Here it is, sung by our old friend Ezio Pinza.
coro mio ben, credimi amen, senza di te languisce il cor. Coro mio ben, senza di te languisce il cor. Il tuo fedel sospiro ognor cessa crudel torto rigor, cessa crudel torto rigor, torto rigor, caro mio ben, credimi amen, senza di te languisce il cor. Coro mio ben, credimi amen, senza di te. Languisce il
Caro mio ben, sung by the great Italian bass Ezio Pinza. I've had a letter from Donal O'Connell, Abbyside, Dungarvan, in which he says, "You had Angel's Guardian on some time ago, beautifully sung in French by Tino Rossi. Could you play it again sometime?" I'll do that with pleasure. Angel's Guardian is a cradle song from the opera Jocelyn by the 19th century French composer and violinist Benjamin Godard, who was apparently another of those one-hit composers. At least, I've never heard another note of his music, which includes 8 operas, orchestral works, and over 100 songs.
Caché dans cet asile où Dieu nous a conduits, unis par le malheur durant les longues nuits, nous reposons tous deux endormis sous leur voile, ou prions au regard des tremblantes étoiles. Oh, ne t'éveille pas encore pour qu'un bel ange de ton rêve
The caressing voice of the Corsican light tenor Tino Rossi singing Angel's Guardi. Ronald Anderson, Vect of Navan, writes this way. When I was a kid, we often heard Sir Walter Davies' solemn melody on the radio. We never hear it now. Sure enough, it used to be played a lot at one time. And I've come across a splendid modern recording of the piece by a brass ensemble conducted by Harry Mortimer. Sir Walter Davies' solemn melody, played by a brass ensemble conducted by Harry Mortimer. A fine modern recording, unlike our next one, a rare pre-war 78 of a once very popular song, The Bloom is on the Rye, composed by Sir Henry Bishop, an English composer of the last century who is probably best known for Home Sweet Home, which he wrote for his opera Clary or the Maid of Milan. The Bloom is on the Rye is a lovely song, and it's given an ideal performance on this rather surfacey 78 by the English lyric tenor Heddle Nash and the piano accompanist Gerald Moore.
My pretty Jane, my pretty Jane, ah, never, never look so shy. But meet me in the evening, while the bloom is on the rye. The spring is waning fast, my love, the corn is in the ear. The summer nights are coming, love, the moon shines bright and clear. Then pretty Jane, my dearest Jane, never look so shy, but meet me in the evening, while the bloom is on the rock. But name the day, the wedding day, and I will buy the ring. The lads and maids in favors white, and the village bells shall ring. The spring is waning fast, my love, the corn is in the ear. The summer nights are coming, love, the moon shines bright and clear. Then pretty Jane, my dearest Jane, never look so shy, but meet me in the evening, while the bloom is on the rock.
Nash and Gerald Moore having a great time there with Sir Henry Bishop's song, The Bloom is on the Rye. I've had a letter from John Connor, 6 Weston Park, Churchtown, Dublin, in which he says, have you any records of the Cork soprano Rita Lynch? I had one 78, and she sounded lovely, with a rich, pure young voice. Could you play something by her for me? I can indeed, thanks to my good friends in the RTE Gramophone Library, who provided me with Rita's 78 recording of Home Sweet Home.
Pleasures and palaces, 'tis the
Kathy Cox soprano Rita Lynch, from Macroom, I think, singing Home Sweet Home. I heard her at a number of concerts and well remember how much I liked her pure, sweet voice and the stylish way she used it. A sparkling number from Rossini's comic opera masterpiece, The Barber of Seville, which we'll have sung in English by the delightfully sweet and fluent lyric soprano Gwen Catley. Here, as Rosina, she tells us that she is determined to marry the man of her choice, no matter how her crusty old guardian may object. The sweet-voiced and stylish English singer Gwen Catley singing the chief soprano air from Rossini's Barbara of Seville. Time for some more requests. I've been asked to play something by one of the Strauss family for Father Willie Nugent, chaplain St. John of God's Hospital, Dublin. And I've selected a catchy polka composed by Johann Strauss Sr., the father of the Blue Danube Man. It's entitled the Annan Polka, and Strauss composed it for his wife, Anna. I'm also playing it for Philip Lavin, Middleton, Cork, and for Father Mulcahy, St. Peter and Paul's, Clonmel. Johann Strauss Sr.'s Annan Polka, played by the Vienna Baroque Ensemble. Not so often heard that charming little piece, but I can say the same of our next record, Johannes Brahms' Cradle Song, which many people regard as the loveliest of all cradle songs, and which Brahms wrote for the little daughter of a friend of his. I'm playing it for Margaret Keppel, Chalk Castle House, Mallow, County Cork. Brahms' Cradle Song, sung by the creamy-voiced German soprano Tiana Lind. I've had a letter from Mark MacDonald, 676 Collins Avenue, Whitehall, Dublin, who'd like to hear the greatest of all tenors, Enrico Caruso, singing O Sole Mio. He heard it sung on a recording by Luciano Pavarotti, but in his opinion, that one didn't hold a candle to the Caruso, which I'm also playing for Tommy in the Gresham Hotel, Dublin. So here is Enrico singing the popular Neapolitan song on a recording he made more than 70 years ago.
Bella cosa, una giornata sola, un'aria serena, roba, una tempesta, all'aria fresca, pareggia la festa, che bella cosa, una giornata. Che bello è, sole mia, son pronta a te, sole mia, son pronta a te. Quando fa notte io solo sono in scena, ma viene quasi una malinconia, sotto la finestra tua resta ria, quando fa notte io solo più bello è, sole mia, stan pronta a te, sole mia, stan pronta a te.
O Sole Mio, sung by the man of whom it has been said that he made the gramophone. Before Caruso's marvellous voice was first heard on a record, the gramophone was more or less regarded as a toy and not to be taken seriously. But after he made his first records in a hotel room in Milan in 1902, he recorded 10 songs one afternoon for a fee of £100, £10 per song. After that, many other famous singers began making records, and the gramophone was no longer a toy. Incidentally, the man who made the records, Fred Gaisberg, thought that Caruso was the answer to a recording engineer's prayer. But when he wired to his bosses in the gramophone company in London, back came a reply saying that the singer's fee was exorbitant and that on no account was he to make the recordings. But Fred knew what he was doing and went ahead to make gramophone history and a very great deal of money for the gramophone company. Caruso's voice recorded remarkably well in those pre-electric days. Recording by the coloured mezzo-soprano Muriel Smith of the Negro spiritual Were You There? She sings the piece unaccompanied, and she gives a deeply moving performance on this very rare LP.
Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Sometimes it causes me to tremble. Were you there when they crucified Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, brother, tremble. Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when they laid him in the Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble. Were you there when they laid him in the
The coloured mezzo-soprano Muriel Smith singing the Negro spiritual Were You There on a very rare LP. A County Kerry listener, Michael O'Shea, 21 West Main Street, Carrasibeen, sends me a list of old-time songs that he'd like to hear. And from these I've selected a great Victorian favourite, Sweet Genevieve, sung by John McCormack on a recording he made in 1913 when the golden voice was at its very best. Goodbye now until next week, and here it is.
Oh, Genevieve, I'd give the world to live again the lovely past. The rose of youth was due in Paris, but now it withers in the blast. I see thy face of thee. Thy glance is in the starry beam that falls along the summer sea. Oh, Genevieve, sweet Genevieve, the days may come, the days may go, but still the hand of memory weave the blissful dreams of long ago. Fair Genevieve, my early love, the years but make thee dear or far. My heart shall never